well. Until Dave gets back. I wanted to have a special practice today to honor my grandson. We never know what's around the corner, do we? Never know what's around the corner. So, our practice, like the reading said, it's not about creating some kind of environment that everything's okay forever. Can't happen. Can't happen. Buddha's teaching is very straightforward and realistic. Human life contains suffering. No matter what you do, you will have to endure the basic suffering of old age, sickness, and death. Don't get out of it. Don't get out of it. And the basic cause of suffering, according to the Buddha's teaching, is we become to attach to things that we don't want to change. And since everything is changing, this always leads to at least frustration, disappointment, anxiety, anger when you don't get what you want, or you have to be around what you hate. Everything's changing. So this experience of grief is a great teacher. In our 4 vows it says, the teachings are infinite. I vow to learn them all. Doesn't mean book teachings. Books just say go that way. They're like maps, go that way. It's each moment, each situation is a teaching. And death, impermanence, and its ultimate conclusion, death, that overtakes everything. Not only individuals and organisms and beings, but situations. Nothing stays, nothing stays. What nation has ever lived forever? Whole empires arise and pass away. But the only other thing that would be worse is if nothing died. Think about it. What happened if nothing died?
We probably wouldn't be on this planet.
So, I mean, if you notice what I experienced during grief. First of all, shock. They got these stages of grief. Well, I found out that that's really a myth. We go through some of them. Not everybody goes through the same. And there's no real sequence except the first one. Shock. First one, shock. So, when something hits you that you have no comprehension of, that's in the offing. With me, it was midnight. Midnight in my home, where I got the news that Kyle had taken his life. You can't even describe it, because your mind tries to process it. You can't. Then comes sadness, grief, sadness, just a general sadness. Can't shake it. And then comes the worst part for me, was regret. I didn't have much guilt, but I had regret. Why didn't I see his hopelessness or whatever it was? Just, he didn't talk much, he was quiet. How you doing, Kyle? Okay. That was pretty much our conversation after he moved out of the house. How you doing, Kyle? Okay. well, it wasn't okay. But I wasn't around it. But would I have seen it anyway? We see what we want to see. We don't want things to change. We're comfortable with that. So it's a form of blindness, attachment to things staying as they are is a form of blindness. I learned that. But then we have to get on with our life. So I moved to the next stage of using the Dharma as a raft. Dharma is like a raft. You can climb on board. It'll take you. First thing you can do is climb on board the ethical code of the Dharma, the precept. Don't harm yourself or others through thought, speech, or action. That's very secure. And you can do it. But you have to pay attention, which is what we do, right? Pay attention. We practice, we're training ourselves to pay attention. We're training ourselves to let go. When you sit, you focus, whatever technique you focus on, usually your breath. Focus. Mind wanders. Well, hey, this baby loves to think. Mind wanders, planning, memory, whatever it is, past, future. But you notice that. Mindfulness. What do you do with it? Don't block it, because you won't learn anything if you block it. You block thoughts, you won't learn anything. You learn by seeing it and letting it go. If it's really persistent, it'll come back in for years. And then you refocus. There, that's it. That's just sitting, but that's everything else you do. That's why they got these pithy sayings. When you drive, just drive. When you walk, just walk. Then you'll notice things. Where is your mind going? That's called insight. Then maybe you don't have to repeat the same shit over and over. Maybe. But you probably will. But then you'll notice that too. So, the final raft I've decided on, the path. The path for me has become very simple. I call it Zen therapy. Zen therapy. Moment to moment, there's something you need to do, moment to moment. And it's right in front of you. It's right in front of you. So, keep a clear mind. Practice, train yourself to keep a clear mind. And then also train yourself to be open heart, clear mind, open heart. And then what do you do with that? Give it away. How may I help? Clear mind, open heart. How may I help? So that's my teaching on grief and my experience of grief, and it's changing. I know you'll all go through it. Sooner or later, you'll all go through it. And I hope you keep a clear mind and an open heart. And keep the question, how may I help?